Alright, so in today's video, I got the Platinum Trophy on Viewfinder. This is a very casual game that made some pretty big waves a while back in 2023 for being so unique. It's been a while since a game has come out quite like this one, and it's just been so different to others, and even won a few awards. Round of applause to the photographer video game that goes through multiple dimensions. Anyways, I recorded this video way back in December of last year because it was a part of my Editor's Choice Catalog Challenge, but then I stopped doing those videos because I had a mental breakdown. So today I decided to finally make the video for you all. In total, it holds a massive amount of 46 trophies with the Platinum, taking an estimated 5 hours, and pretty much every trophy is missable, but you can replay anything whenever, so it's not really an issue. The game does contain 5 chapters with many levels inside, by the way. Also, get this video to 25 likes and I'll post another tomorrow. Haha, suck my balls. So kicking off with stage 1 of the Platinum, being to find all the collectibles and get all of the missable trophies. This is also the only stage of the game, so yeah, welcome to the final stage of the game. But no, seriously, this game really is a breeze to Platinum. I would recommend watching a guide, however, just because it does have a lot of missable trophies, and unless you enjoy self-harm, which, hey, you might. One more thing as well, in pretty much every level or area of the game, there is a trophy. So if you hear me constantly just going, and then the next trophy was da-da-da-da, that's just because this game is largely based around the trophies themselves. But the first one I got today was called Time Traveler, from rewinding for a really long time, or 2 minutes. And she always said 2 minutes wasn't long. Haha, well, this game begs to differ. So to get this, you literally just sit there and wait 2 minutes and then rewind, and yeah, I did that first thing when starting this game, so great start, baby. Now this place we are in is the first level, obviously, and on nearly every level there is some sort of puzzle to power up the next portal of sorts, and you of course need a battery to do so. But on this first level, its actual trophy besides that random one I just got was from dropping said battery off the edge into the abyss. So once I did that, here's the trophy pop, and now we are stuck here forever and we're gonna die a slow death. I heard you die slower if you don't drop a like and subscribe, so make sure to do that. Anyways, moving on, in the following level, the goal for us was to break the only teleporter here because why not? Who doesn't want to inconvenience oneself in the efforts of elongating our difficultyness? Those are all real words, by the way. And this can be done by just simply picking up this scary photo on a canvas and then placing it right where the teleporter is at, therefore erasing it from all existence. Call that an advanced abortion. And in this same place with that same photo from earlier, you can also farm out another random trophy which can be gotten whenever, from simply placing a photo while falling and landing on it. Extremely easy to do this, and here's that trophy pop. I then just did that level by the way you were supposed to, and it's actually super simple. You just place that photo down, grab the extra battery, then bring it over to the teleporter and place it with the others found in the area to power up the teleporter, and we were out. On this next level, I then did another photo-esque trophy by picking up one which had a battery on it and then positioning it directly above my head in an approximate 96.3 degree angle. Yes, I did measure it with my cock. That's just how much schlong I got. But then I let the battery fall down and smack my head for a trophy called Battered by a Battery. That joke is so funny. I'm laughing so hard at that trophy pun name. Thank God I needed that. My heart, it was dropping. Oh my God! Anyways, to finish the level, you actually do need that battery that falls on our head and gives us brain damage. But if you want to get under the trophy here, called Contactless, you need to aim its fall onto the teleporter pad, which it needs to land. And after doing so with pure precision, or I guess luck, a trophy will pop from finishing the third level without touching the battery. Now the next sequence was then very much all just story for once. So you go through a few areas doing the typical puzzles we've already done and will do for the entirety of this game. But eventually you end up breaking the simulation we are in and we leave the Matrix. Yes, it was all a simulation. How lame, to be honest. Traveling through teleporters powered by giant batteries is the last thing I do in such a realistic simulation, if you catch my drift. I would go watch some Pacific Rim Uprising, baby. Don't forget who you are, white boy. But yeah, once we made it back to the simulation of nerds, we got the welcome back trophy from Return to the Hub World. And immediately we then broke the damn thing again and placed the same photo 15 times. Talk about repetition. That's not a pun. It literally is just a definition of repetition, you idiot. Anyways, next up we then did some story levels and went through some very cool areas. This game really has mastered the art of old school and retro video games. It's super fun to see. The next trophy I got was called Everything in Its Right Place by Radiohead, from placing 3 paintings where they belong. Kind of threatening us there, I'm afraid. But it literally means just placing them over already existing items in the game world. That being a bunch of cardboard boxes with bodies inside of them, a non-working light pole, and then a fake as fuck flower, and here's that trophy pop. Now at this point in the game, we were nearing up on the end of chapter 1 of the story, and we got introduced to a lot more perspective change puzzles, all of which led to the ending, but also to the final duck collectible, which is a type of collectible we need to get throughout the game. And once grabbing this guy right here, if you got the others in chapter 1, the trophy called Get Your Ducks in a Row from finding all the ducks in chapter 1 should pop. And with that, finishing off chapter 1, we also ended up reaching the hub again, and we rode the train inside of it to the next world area in chapter 2. This also did pop me the trophy I've trained for this from riding the train. Holy moly, a train pun. This might be too much for my autistic viewership to handle, including myself. I'm gonna burst. I love trains. Oh yeah, and right away in chapter 2's tiny intro hub area, I also pet a cat named Kate. I swear to God, my dyslexia was telling me that cat's name was just Cat when reading the trophy while editing. Why are they doing this to us? But during the next level of chapter 2, I got a trophy called I Fold from just picking up these 2 playing cards, placing them, and then watching the spades and hearts just fall out. So yeah, easy trophy pop. I then reached this very weird trophy and objective relating to this giant game console thing we found. Inside of it, there was this game with a flower and bees, and you basically had to go in this cycle to attract a bee towards the flower. I ended up failing it because I can't read and follow directions. It's society's fault, not mine, I promise. But thanks to the wondrous rewind feature, I did figure it out after a while. And once that dumbass bee flew over to the flower, I got the trophy pop called I Beat the Game. Don't even bring up beets around me, bro. The last time I drank beet juice, I genuinely shit myself. The next trophy I got was then called Fool Me Twice from getting tricked twice in a level. Now I honestly don't know what this is really saying. I kind of forgot. I mean, it's been 3 months since I played this game. But from my understanding, we just have to use the wrong key item in the level twice, therefore being tricked twice and failing the objective. I might need to phone a friend for some help, but I got the trophy anyways, and here it is. Chapter 2 was then basically done, and the last trophy I got in it was the collectible trophy tied to chapter 2 from finding all of the magnets this time in the chapter. This isn't that hard, but the magnets are kind of small and they don't really stick out, so just stay alert. And once I found them all, I got the trophy pop. My next trophy was then story and inside of chapter 3 from actually getting the camera finally. We are literally more than halfway through this game, and just now are we taking pictures. How will I ever find the view in this shortened amount of time? Damn it. Just kidding. I'm not sure if we want to find the view after all. Looking like Jabba the Fupa out here. But literally a minute later, I got another trophy from taking a picture of this cat thing named Kate, so there's that trophy pop. Now with this camera we have, you can basically just duplicate things in whatever level you are playing, because when placing a picture, those items then become life. And you really get to test this theory by making the maximum possible number of batteries in the first level with the camera. I don't know how many it is because I can only count to 24, but I think it's more than that, and here's the trophy pop. In the following level, there was then this little cartoonish segment with a rope bridge, and you can get a trophy from destroying it like a true supervillain called Nope Bridge. Another pun for the books developers. I see you. Anyways, after that, I then just speed ran the next level by taking a picture of the teleporter, placing it down, and then going through it, finishing in under 10 seconds for a trophy called Speed Demon. But when I do that in real life, I get told by her, and I quote, "I'm leaving. Even Ethan lasted longer. That motherfucker." Anyways, on this level, after that previous one, there was this vacuum robot named Dustin. Get it? Because it rids the world of dust by sucking it in. Okay, bro. But if you just pick it up and then drop it into the abyss yet again, you get another trophy, and we got another pun on our hands. Dustin? Question mark? More like dust off. Okay. Calm down. I'm gonna wake up my parents. It's early in the morning. Yes, I do still live at home. Speaking of Dustins, though, I knew a church pastor named Dustin, and he did something with a miner once, but you can get another trophy from just slicing Dustin in half with a picture. Rest in peace, Dustin. Oh yeah, and you can also just take a lot of pictures of Dustin and make an army of them. Chris Hansen won't even know where to start. Moving on from whatever just happened there, that was the worst threesome I've ever seen, and I have watched gay porn. My next trophy was called To Reach New Heights from getting the jump power-up, and this is alluding to us placing down this little video game thing, then parkouring and finding the jump boost. It's a very easy trophy, and now I can jump as high as Jerome, so we are now on fair playing fields, my blood. But hey, it was never actually fair, so I just took multiple pictures of the jump power-up, and then I placed them all and grabbed them all. In doing so, I also took 25 photos, which was another trophy, and then I got a trophy from getting multiple jump power-ups as well. I then quite literally jumped out of this world. This is the kind of vertical leap a white boy aspires to attain, but then realizes he is just riding the bench in middle school basketball. I will never forgive you, Coach Smith, for ruining my dreams of becoming an NBA player. Now I'm just a YouTuber with over 1 million subs, and I hate my life. Anyways, I then took a poop break for like 9 minutes, and I'll let you sit through that just to feel more included. All right, I'm back. Actually, no, just kidding. I missed a wipe. Alright, I'm back for real this time. My next trophy was then called Hitching a Ride from Just Riding a Balloon. And in this level in particular, there is a happy birthday sign, which once placed, the balloons will rise up until popping the sun and killing all life on Earth. But we can at least get a ride for funsies. Unless you fail over and over like I did. Haha, I suck at video games. Finally, I did ride it up though, and eventually it popped after reaching the stratosphere. The following level then showed us a new mechanic where you power up the teleporter, then have to run over before the power runs out. And a trophy can be often called impeccable timing, from completing a timer level with only a fraction of a second to spare. Obviously, this is very hard to time up because of the infinite variabilities that may occur. Maybe, for example, your baby mama called and says you owe child support. Maybe your right testicle just pops. Maybe your dog shits on the floor. Who knows? Endless distractions. So all you have to do is just run over as fast as possible and then rewind once you're there. And yeah, it's easy. After that, we then entered a retro style level again, and inside there is this quote-unquote waterfall. After diving headfirst into that pussy, you then find a pussy cat, and yeah, it's a trophy pop. And in this same level, there also was these blueprints of mock-up Dustin bots, and you can get another trophy from just placing them around and yeah, releasing them to unleash hell upon our realm. I then finished chapter 3 up, and I got the final collectible of this chapter, which was these tile things. I'm not sure what they say in them, however. I don't speak Minecraft enchanting tables. Sorry, I skipped that course in high school. And my following trophy was then from completing the illusion levels in chapter 3 called Under the Illusion. Wait a minute. Illusion. Illusion. It's Ilusion. Oh. Anyways, I don't really know what this was from besides just finishing levels, so here it is popping after. And at this point, the trophies actually did sort of slow down, both because we were nearing the end of the game, but also because, man, those developers have done a lot already. I'm out of breath. But my next one was called Scream Orchestra, for making a choir of screaming people. Call it a rally while we're at it, and here's the trophy popping. On the next level, there was then a quick trophy, thankfully, from just drawing using green when finding the MS Paint reference thing. I also drew my interpretation of what male genitalia would look like if C4 blew it up. I think it's pretty accurate, to be honest. But then I just got that chapter 4 collectible trophy because we are already done with it. This time the collectible was planets, but the only planet I want is Uranus. Get it? Because buttholes. And to end off this chapter, there was then a very confusing puzzle with lights and picture frames. But I did it because I watched a video on how to do it, and here's a trophy from doing all the picture frame levels easy peasy. And at this point, I think I was doing these things called challenge levels. But inside one of them, you can get a trophy from carving a melon called Michelangelo. I'm not sure why it's called that, but okay then. And then I got this trophy from just completing all of the optional challenge levels in the game, so here is that as well. But we are now into chapter 5, which is the finale of the game. And I got a trophy almost right away called End of the Line from riding the train to the final world. So sad. And during the first level in this chapter, there was just a barcode sitting on the table. So instead of scanning it like a casual, I just picked it up, placed it down, and then walked inside of it, getting a trophy called Bark Code from truly bathing in the digital atmosphere. I then found this painting / picture of a windmill, and I placed it, and then I broke it because hydropower is superior. And here's that trophy pop. Oh my god, I just realized that trophy name is called Breaking Wind, and that's a fart joke. But I have an even better fart joke. Look. Haha, yeah, so funny. Anyways, that is then it for the game, basically. We got one more weird conversation with a talking cat, and then we completed the simulation shutdown sequence for a trophy called Full Shutdown. Then the game ended off, and I got one more trophy from getting all of the camera filters in the game, which will be given if you have done well everything so far. Now, my final trophy in the game was then from just taking 100 photos total. So I just loaded up the best level to do this one on, which had the most photos in our camera, and I snapped, and snapped until I got the trophy and then the platinum trophy on Viewfinder. So yeah, pretty fun game, very much a casual one. I don't think I've ever played a game quite like it. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I just expelled every last bit, well, almost every last bit of my amazing humor into this video. Thanks for watching once more, GG's, and I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more bangers, unless this video fails to reach 25 likes, so you never know. But yeah, peace out, boys.